YouTube, it's Weird Paul. It's mail day again, and today's package comes from subscriber Squirrel Monkey. So let's take a look at what I got. I got some Dutch peanut butter and treats.
Oh yeah.
First up, I'm gonna try the milk chocolate letters from Day Here.
Yeah, baby!
The Day Here company has been making candy since 1896. Wow. So these chocolate letters are something that children in the Netherlands will find in their shoes in the morning after Santa Claus comes and leaves it as a treat. And I guess you could get these in any letter. So depending on what your name is, this is P, as you can see on the bottom of the box. This is the P. You would just look through all the letters, presumably, to find the letter that corresponded with the name you were looking for. Okay, so it's wrapped up inside in a little white plastic package here, and you can already tell this is one big letter in here. Today's show is brought to you by the letter P. Somebody at the company could hold up 2 of these and say, hey look, I made PP. Very chocolatey smell there. So we will break off a piece of this and make it into a D so someone else can use it in their name. There you go, Niffer could use this. Her last name is Desmond, so that'll work. This has what I would call the Christmas milk chocolate taste. Whenever you would get, a chocolate Santa Claus, the chocolate Santa Claus. Whenever you would get at Christmas that is milk chocolate candy, that's exactly what this tastes like. And presumably after eating such a large letter like this, a child would have the energy to drive their parents completely crazy. But just think, what if your name started with an I? You would be kind of getting ripped off. Your letter would be very, very small and thin compared to this giant P, which I think is one of the better letters to get. There's a lot more chocolate in a P than in an I. Here's another Dutch treat that is related to Santa Claus season, the Gefilde Speculus.
Excellent!
This is a big, heavy package, and they are filled speculus, so that must be contributing to the weight of the product. A couple of small nuts in here or something, kind of like just loose, like kind of lying around in there. And this is made by a company called Aviator, I guess is how you say that. Kind of looks like brownies to me a little bit. It's like a big pack of brownies. So they're segmented. There's like 6 pieces in here. So we're just going to break off one of these. Okay, these are extremely crumbly. There's crumbs falling everywhere. I'm going to have to vacuum after I eat all this. Be prepared to do some housework after you finish your speculus. The smell is really, really interesting. I am having trouble defining what that is. Let me look at the ingredients here and see if I can make any sense out of this. Okay, so there are a bunch of spices in here. We've got cinnamon, we got clove, we got nutmeg, ginger, and some other things. Cardamom. So I think that that's what I'm smelling here, is a little bit of a mixture between the nutmeg and the cardamom are pretty strong smells. It's not a typical smell that you would smell in most food that you would eat. That I'm not used to smelling a smell like this. It does smell really good though. It smells great. Okay, so it's not really a brownie. It's very thick and very dense. So you take a small bite of this, and it's going to take you a while to chew that up well enough so that you can swallow it. And while you're chewing it, you're just going to have this really strong flavor in your mouth. It tastes really good. It's sort of like a cake. The filling inside there is like kind of a cake, is the best thing I could describe it as. So it's kind of like a cake with kind of a brownie coating on the outside, though it's not really chocolate so much, I don't think. So it's sort of more like just eating a piece of cake, but with kind of, no, I wouldn't say it's really a hard coating around it exactly. It just is, it's a little bit stiffer than what's inside there, so it can hold it all in there. It does make a big mess while you're eating it. Please use a plate if you're eating Speculus, not like me. Don't try that at home. Of course, we have to eat this nut, or whatever this is now. That is a nut. It's not a peanut, and it's not, it tastes like a walnut, but it's not. It's not a walnut either, I don't think, because it doesn't look like a walnut. Oh, I just noticed it says it has almond. This has almond in it. That's what that smell is. It's almond. That's a really good, it's like almond extract smell. Very, very nice smell. That really makes it really a delightful thing to eat. But, still not sure what that nut was. Now I'm going to try out these Stroopy syrup waffles.
Damn!
Stroopy syrup waffles. These are from Dutch Bakery. And they've been making these since 1984. That was a good year. So my understanding is you're supposed to eat these warmed up. You could put them on top of like a hot cup of coffee or something like that. Or heat it up in the microwave for a few seconds. I don't have a microwave. But I'm just going to kind of put it in the toaster oven for just a moment to just warm it up a little bit so that it's not room temperature. Okay, so I guess the real pronunciation of this treat here is Stroopy Waffles. Stroopy Waffles. And I put the Stroopy Waffle into the toaster oven and left it in for a little while. And the syrup inside is already starting to melt out of it when it got warmed up. So it looks pretty good. I think I have had these before. I think there was a Munch Pack video I made years ago that had some of these in it. But this is probably maybe a little more authentic. I don't know. Well, let's see what it's like. So it's not crunchy, at least not when it's warmed up. When you bite into it, your teeth just sink right into it. The kind of what you would call the outer part of it is, it tastes good. It's just a nice light sugar kind of a wafer, which I'm all about. I think that's wonderful. Then it has this kind of syrup inside, very sweet syrup. So it's very, very sugary. It's very sweet. Some people are not into like things being overpoweringly sweet. That's what I like, though. That's what I like. So I really like this a lot. But it's something that, you know, I wouldn't want to just keep eating them. You wouldn't eat one and then go right back and grab another one immediately. You would have to come down a little off of the sugar high off the first one before you have another one. But still, I'm not saying I have any complaint about it. It's very, very, very nice, very tasty. And now, it's time to try some peanut butter that I have never had before. I mean, I don't recall these at all. The creamy and crunchy varieties produced by the Calv Company.
I like it.
Calv is the most well-known peanut butter in the Netherlands, and they've been producing Calv peanut butter since 1948. Very long time. This is the creamy variety I've got right here, and it says that 85% of the ingredients of this peanut butter are peanuts. That's a good sign. It smells unlike most peanut butter that I smell. There's definitely something different. Now, one thing that I don't do anymore is to eat peanut butter right out of the jar. I used to do that all the time, and it just causes me a lot of distress now. Might be because I don't have a gallbladder anymore, but my body can't really process that oil so well. I can't just eat the peanut butter straight down. with nothing else. So I'm going to have to put it on some bread. I have some sourdough bread here from Aldi, and that's where I'm going to be placing the peanut butter. It's kind of light on taste, actually, that I would normally associate with peanut butter. Okay, that doesn't mean that it's not real peanut butter. Maybe this is better than normal peanut butter. There's probably a bunch of sugar added and stuff into the peanut butter that we're used to eating. This has no added sugar, and that is very apparent. I think a lot of peanut butter is way more sweet than salty, whereas this is a very salty taste to it, and that's not bad. It's not a bad thing, but it is a different experience. It's kind of blowing my mind. It's kind of changing my whole view on peanut butter as a food here. Wow. Now we still have to try the crunchy Calv peanut butter. This doesn't say sugar-free on it, but it also doesn't have any sugar listed in the ingredients. So let's get some of this spread. Well, I'll tell you what. I am a creamy peanut butter guy. I've never really been into the chunky peanut butter. I just like it really smooth, totally smooth. The chunkiness of this is pretty sparse. It's kind of limited. There is definitely little pieces in here of peanut, but it's not that chunky. It's not that chunky. I'm trying to figure this out because I don't feel like it tastes as noticeably salty as the other one. Like the saltiness is covered up more by something else. Let me taste the first one again. I don't know. I feel like it might just be me. It might just be my brain playing tricks on me here, but I feel like the creamy one has a distinctly more salty taste. It's not extremely, by any measure, it's not an extremely more salty taste, but I just feel like there's just a little bit more, noticeably, just a little bit more of a salty taste to the creamy one than there is to the chunky one. I don't know. I think I like that taste. I'm really enjoying that taste. Sort of salty peanut butter taste. I'm not really used to that in the peanut butter that I eat, I don't think. Gotta be up there in the most salty peanut butters that I've ever tasted in my life. But I think I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Thanks so much to Yo Lighten over at the Squirrel Monkey YouTube channel for having all the treats and peanut butter sent to me. And please check out the Squirrel Monkey YouTube channel for humorous and fun videos like TikTok in 1988, Twitch in the 80s, and YouTube in the 90s. The link is down below in the video description. And I'll see you soon with more memories. Thanks, YouTube. Excuse me.